Good morning from Weymouth in Dorset. This morning, I'm Peter, by the way, from ZZIPP Media here in Weymouth. This morning I am at the Bus Shelter Dorset, a local charity, and I'm talking to one of the trustees. Here we are, we're back again. Hello, it's Peter at ZZIPP Media. I'm at the Dorset, the Bus Shelter Dorset here live in Lodmore. Lodmore? Yes, Lodmore. And hi Craig, it's nice to see you here. This morning I'm interviewing one of the trustees of the local charity and maybe even taking a tour of the bus. So let's switch the camera around now and I'll have a word with the trustee. Okay, would you like to introduce yourself? Make sure, okay.
Hello, welcome. My name's Liz and I'm one of the trustees of the Bus Shelter Dorset. This is our first open day and we're welcoming lots of people to come in. They've heard about what we're doing and now it's a chance for them to actually come in and see us and have a cup of tea or coffee and a piece of cake. For those of you who don't know about the bus shelter, the idea originally originated in the Isle of Wight, where there was no provision at all, no night shelter, nothing. And the idea was to convert a bus and actually provide a home for people who had nowhere else to sleep. That idea has proliferated and we've taken it up here, and we now have a double-decker bus which sleeps 17 people, 14 men, 3 women, and they make this their home. They have to be referred through the local council. Once they are, they can come and live on the bus. They sign up to a code of conduct, certain rules and regulations, as you can well imagine, people living in a small space. And the idea is that we help them, support them, direct them into getting themselves back into a situation where eventually they can get back into having some kind of home. We don't have any timeline on this. Basically, some people might do it quickly, some people might take a lot longer. But that's not a problem. We're very happy for them to come and live here and to be part of the community. So, anything else you need to know, Peter, that you think would be good?
How can people contact you?
Well, you can get us on through Facebook, the Bus Shelter Dorset, or through Twitter. It's all live there. Lots of information on the bus shelter.
So if people want to come down, when are you open till?
We're going to be here till 2 o'clock this afternoon.
2 o'clock this afternoon, okay. And we're at the beach.
Yes, it's the beach car park at it's the Preston Beach Road, for confusion. If you come down and drive past the Sea Life Centre and then take the signs to the next car park beyond that, drive into the car park, you can't miss this big blue bus in the corner.
Okay, so...
Would you like to come and have a look around?
That would be wonderful,
Okay.
Thank you.
Come on then. Right. Well, let's look around the outside first. First of all, this is the area. So we have a trailer with a working kitchen, and in this end, a shower.
Right.
And the idea is that we have some absolutely fantastic team of volunteers. So we have a volunteer who cooks a hot meal every day. So the hot meal comes down around 7 o'clock. So as long as the guests are back, they can have a hot meal every day. And of course, there's breakfast here as well, and lots of cans and pot noodles and things like that. So there are other things to snack on. So there's always food. There's always food. We just have to make sure they're not up at 1 o'clock eating to actually go to bed. But yes, so that's the kitchen. Would you like to come and have a look at the kitchen?
Yeah, sure.
All right. Here we go.
Don't get this for tea every
No, this is not the normal thing. This is our kitchen. This is Natasha, one of our volunteers, who is bravely manning the cake and not eating it.
I'm really trying.
Yes, I know, it looks
really
absolutely
nice.
fantastic.
It
Doesn't
does
it? I'm
smell
going to have to
good.
come back in. It does, doesn't it? It's kind of like, yes. So, mind you, somebody brought in some croissants this morning, didn't they? So when I
And he's
arrived,
Robin Reliant.
I know, people drop in stuff all the time. So I came in and the guests were all sitting around outside drinking coffee and eating croissants. which I thought was quite nice,
Very,
really.
very French.
Very French.
Very French.
But also what you do on a Saturday morning, isn't
Yeah,
it, really?
exactly.
And that's the point. That's absolutely the point. It should feel like home.
Yeah.
All right? It's a bit rough and ready. It's a bit cramped, but it should feel like home.
Yeah.
So why shouldn't people sit and eat
No,
croissants
it's true.
in the morning? All right? So yeah, so this is our kitchen, which is great. We have a working cooker over there. But as I said, the food comes down. Food comes down hot, so we stick the oven on, stick the heat in there, and then people can sit and eat.
Right. When did the project actually start?
Well, we started, we actually were up and running in January.
Right.
All right. We'd started almost just a year before. So with the planning, the getting the bus, etc., etc. Getting the bus was the easiest thing, interestingly enough.
Really?
Yeah. We thought it would be the most difficult thing. We thought, you know, how are we going to raise enough money for a bus? How much does a bus cost? Where do you go to buy a bus? So what we did was one of our trustees phoned up Damery and said, right, we're going to be starting this project. We wondered if you could give us some advice about where we would go to get a bus. And their answer was, are you a charity? And we said, not yet, but the application is there waiting, we're waiting to be approved. And they said, when you've got it, phone us back. And when we did, they said, right, when do you want to come and pick it up?
Wow.
Yes, absolutely. And I have to say that we have functioned on amazing acts of kindness and generosity and sheer care since we started. You know, the bus has been converted by volunteers, led by one particular volunteer who's just done an amazing job what he's done with help from others, but he's spearheaded it, seen it through, and it can still be seen wandering around the site with a toolbox when necessary. We always warn the guests, if you see him coming, just beware because he'll be fixing something. But people have given stuff. I mean, you know, like turning up with some croissants this morning. You know, all right, somebody gave us a bus, somebody gave us a bag of croissants. It's all to do with people caring.
Yeah.
And I feel that probably people are embarrassed by the lack of care about people who sleep rough. And it's too easy to dismiss people and say, oh, they're on drugs or on alcohol, blah, 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 blah. Actually, in the end, they're human beings. And perhaps one of the reasons they're like that is because they've slid right off the bottom of the scale. So I think people are embarrassed and they give what they can. And we have a taxi service, all right? There's a taxi firm in Weymouth. And the guy who runs it said, well, I don't know what you want, he said, but would it be helpful to provide transport into town in the morning and back out in the evening? To which we said, really? He said, yes. So every morning there's a taxi there waiting for them. And every evening there's a taxi brings them back. If they miss a taxi, well, that's tough, but it's there. Again, incredible act of generosity, you know, which just makes such a lot of difference. Such a lot of difference.
Great.
Okay, let's go on round then. Thanks, Natasha. I'll be back in a minute to check you haven't eaten too much.
Yeah, no, I'm just wondering whether you've got that on the table.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose you could really. Whatever you feel's right. All right, let's have a look around to that. I'm going to show you these because Natasha is, in her other existence, is actually a gardener, right? And in talking to some of the guests, they became enthusiastic, and one of them has individually said, if you get me the stuff, I'll build the planters. So these are courtesy of one of the guests who is starting to turn the area into a home. All right, which is the point, really.
Yes, absolutely.
It's the point. So yes, so it's basically build it and they will come. So here we are. So planters, this is our generator. The loo.
Right.
Seating area, which is marvellously filling up with people, which is just absolutely great. Perhaps I ought to say before we go indoors, Weymouth and Portland Council have annexed this segment of the car park so that it is no longer governed by car park rules, because of course overnight sleeping, etc., we'd be completely wrong. And basically they annexed this, and then we applied for planning permission with the help of the county and Weymouth and Portland, I actually went to the planning meeting and it was passed unanimously, which was one of those heart-choking moments, you know, when it's kind of like all the hands go up and it's kind of like, so yes, so we have planning permission here. We're on a trial period of 6 months. Which started in January, where it's being monitored by a monitoring team of which we're part of. The county, the local councillors, the police. The police have been incredibly supportive throughout this and visit regularly. We've never had to call them out, but they pop in from and just to say hello, because that's how it should be. That's exactly how it should be. So yes, basically it's with the support of the county and with Weymouth and Portland District Council that we've been able to have this. And if all goes well and everyone's happy after 6 months, hopefully we'll be able to stay on here. It's not initially the site that we would have chosen, but actually now we've got it and now it's starting to feel like home, and now it's starting to get a, you know, I think that, yeah, obviously we don't want to uproot ourselves too quickly, but it is actually starting to feel like our place, which is absolutely brilliant. Yeah, come on in. You do decide to come down. Thank you for Tracy to spend your money. All right, and this. Sarah, can I ask you? All right, now what we have to do is we have to have what we call lead people on the shifts on the bus. So you've got one person who, regardless of how many volunteers are on, you've got one person who is responsible.
Right.
The responsible adult. And Sarah plays that role quite a lot. Yeah. So, what's your experience of doing it?
It's been an incredibly rewarding experience for me. I've really enjoyed it. It's the first time I have done anything of the sort. I've volunteered before, but I've never worked with homeless people before, or with multiple needs. I'm a teacher by training, so that's my background. I am aware of a lot of the needs that exist, but this is my first time working with people in this capacity. Yeah, it's been a really rewarding experience, even though sometimes we take a step backwards to take 2 steps forward again. It's not a linear process, what happens here. But what has been very, very interesting is the response to people being recognised, being talked to, being engaged in activities. That's made the biggest difference.
And how did you feel when you first started being a lead? Because that was a big. When they said you were going to do it, I think, oh wow, that's amazing. Yeah, because it's a big thing, isn't it? Suddenly to be in charge of the bus.
Excited and daunted in equal measures. Yes, I think is a fair assessment of the situation.
Just hope the generator doesn't stop.
Yes,
it's that kind of practical stuff.
It's the technical stuff. I think.
Yes. It's interesting, isn't it? Because I find that I get that response a lot. People go, oh, you know, don't you feel frightened, or aren't you, worried about this? And I actually think, well, actually, I'm more worried about whether the toilet clogs up or the generator stops working,
you're right,
or something happens like that. Then actually, the guest, they're here, and they have their problems just like we all do, and they can get bad tempers, then we can really. So that's not the problem. They're never the problem, actually. The problem always is the practical stuff.
Yes, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
That's brilliant. Thanks a lot. All right, we're going to go in and have a look.
Yes, okay.
All right. Okay, so this is our bus. Come on in. So obviously, when we got it was a normal double-decker bus. All right, with all there are still remnants in the middle, because we will, if we need to move it, obviously we need to do all of that. So that's all here, and it is still drivable. All right, so it's all ready to go. But obviously, it simply had all the seats in as normal. All right, and basically, what's happened is it was converted, so that now we have a situation where. A wood burner, very important, keeps one for warmth, but also for community, something to sit around, which is really important. Curtains, seating area, books, DVDs, safe, admin stuff. It's all, I mean, if you've ever stayed in a caravan, you'll know exactly what this feels like. It's exactly the same. It can get quite crowded when there are lots of people here, but it doesn't really matter. That's why we have the outside toilet. Yeah. So that's it. Up the end, we'll go up there in a moment when we can walk through. Up the end is area for women to sleep. So we've got 3 bunks up there, which you can do come through.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah. Come on up, we'll show you the room. Here we go. Again, all donated. All right. Stove donated. Seating donated.
Right.
Everything donated. All right.
It's amazing.
Right. Okay.
And then light was being taken to the
Excuse me, we're just going to do.
you know, then you'll see light, the cars with no light signs, driving in the middle of the night, and
Peter.
yes, it's really quite.
Amazingly,
experience, and I will
this
go
has been
back,
brilliant.
but
People
I've
say,
been away a
oh,
few years,
but actually it's quite
few
nice
years
because people
until
come
they're
in,
kind of,
sit down, settle
other
themselves down with a cup of tea, cup of coffee, watch a DVD together, chat
There's no
about
medical
it,
provided, my
just like you
knee.
would at home.
My waiting.
Right, here we go. Women's section. We've only got one woman at the moment. This is her area. So she's set up here. Room for another two here. Shelves, basically. And as you can see, she's made herself very much at home, which is nice. So it's quite nice to come in here and think, oh yes, this is someone's place. So I'm sure she won't mind. No, exactly. But she won't mind. She won't mind. We made sure that everything that was particularly personal was out of the way. But anyway, and she knew this was all going to happen. All right. So, okay, daily diary, which is has got nothing on there. I don't know what. Oh yes, tea's at 7:30 every night. All right. So basically, when guests have things they need to do, if they've got appointments or something, it can be put up there so that we all know that it's going on. All right. Can I just interrupt? This is one of the trustees, but also one of the major volunteers. This is just to say hello.
Hi,
Sarah.
nice to
All
meet
right?
you.
We're just going round the bus. We're doing a live feed on Facebook.
Oh, hi.
So hopefully people will be watching this and thinking they might like to come down and get a cup of tea.
That'll be very good. Come and join us.
Yes, thank you. Thanks. Right, okay. All right, then up the stairs. Right. Is there room to come up? Yes. So, if you get a view down there, you'll be able to see.
Yeah, those are the bunks.
They're the bunks, yes. So, each guest has, if I show you through. Obviously, normal sleeping situation, USB port under light, and then there's room underneath for storage. Not much, but that's it. We had to have these put in for ventilation, and then there's ventilation at both ends. So room for 14 people to sleep up here. And then down the end here, we've got two kind of rooms which can either be used for storage or we've been given so many clothes and things at the moment, they're all full up with bedding and clothes and whatever. And we also have another storage space down at town in one of the churches who very generously given us space to keep things. Because you don't want to say no when people offer stuff. Right. So yes, that's basically it. Gets very warm up here, obviously because of that, but at night when it's been cold. But the volunteers who sleep in and whoever's doing the lead at night has kept the fire going for as long as possible. Obviously there are various fire regulations which we have to comply with.
Right.
But once that's going, it's lovely, really cosy, which is great.
That would be warm.
Right, so come on down. And once the curtains are pulled at night, I must admit I've done a night shift and it is very nice. Okay, so that's more or less it really. Yes.
So, thank you for
That's
the
all
guided
right, you're
tour.
very welcome.
Watch the camera. There we are. So, if you are in the area at any time, come on down and pay a visit and show your support. Okay, bye for now.